At the end of the day, it's all about freedom.
I think for the mainstream media, news anchors to come out and just dismiss it. Oh, fake news. It's an interesting psychological effect that they have on the average person who watches CNN or something like that. Here you have say a guy like I don't know, Jake Tapper or whatever, or maybe Chris Matthews would be a better guy to use as an example.
Sure.
Chris Matthews, he's welcomed into your home on this beautiful glowing box in your living room that's like it harkens back to a campfire of old days where we used to circle around. And, this is like someone that you get used to being in your presence.
Right.
You feel like you know the guy, you trust him, he's wearing a suit, it's very professional, the studio's like... So, the psychological impact of the mainstream media to convince you of something is legitimate or not legitimate is powerful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. But again, their power, their grip on power is slipping a little bit.
Yes, which is great.
And you can see they feel that. This is interesting to me because I really do. It almost feels like, and maybe I'm being a little optimistic almost when I say this, but it almost feels like they're collapsing right in front of us. Like they really are. I can't believe they're not even, just for their own survival. I would have thought they were going to try to adapt a little bit, but they are just going to continue to play this. Yeah. They are going to continue to play this game.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the reason
going forward. That's what they're doing.
This is the reason why Hillary Clinton lost.
Yeah.
It's that Donald Trump played to racism and the fake news. Again, the funny thing is, we rail against democracy and we rail against government. And I'll tell you, nobody else should be able to vote your freedom away or vote for anybody else to come, take your freedom away. But then it's just funny for the proponents of democracy who get into this thing. We're like, we need democracy, but you can't play to white nationalists like not that type of democracy, not the type of democracy where the white nationalists going to say. And also, you can't put out any fake news because the people aren't smart enough to know what's fake and what's real. Okay, so it has to only be the news that's the real news, because otherwise they'll vote for the wrong person. But we need democracy. It's such a strange view. Mm-hmm. We're all about democracy, yet these people are too dumb to differentiate a fake story.